Welcome back to the final part of the Mario Kart 8 200cc playthrough. Let's go on to the Bell Cup. Cooper City is not necessarily the smoothest course to play through, but it's definitely got a very original sort of atmosphere to it, and that's mainly the rain effect that's playing down here, because it just looks so nice. It's that little bit change of pace to some of the other courses. And yes, I am playing as the man himself. It's Mario. And just like I did for the final part of the main playthrough, just because I feel it's appropriate to send off with Mario. But this has some quite difficult turns to make. Especially on 200 when you're flying all over the place like that. Because this was a 3DS course, they've tried to keep it faithful, but that doesn't bode well when you're trying to play at 200cc. This was a bad thing. This was a bad thing. Does that mean to me? Narrowly missed him though, so there's that. Yeah, I'm slipping and sliding all over the place. I'm just so much more used to heavy characters, I think, so to put myself in this environment with what's quite a smooth sailing kart as well, it's just a different thing for me that I'm not really that used to. But I sound like a scrub making excuses, so let's just move on here. And instead blame things like the items keep hitting me, because that works too. Well, I survived. Probably not the way you meant to handle that section, but I survived. Damn. Okay, that was a dumb move on my part. Sometimes when I'm using these kinds of karts and that, I just flat out misjudge how fast they turn. So you see things like me driving off the track. I love how CPU Mario, once it had handed over to the computer, did a much smoother job at that jump than I did when I was controlling him. And now we're in a toy box. Another Super Circuit course that I'm glad they updated. Because this is such a novel little course, having them in this toy box environment. It's just, again, something unique. And the music's okay for it. It's not the most memorable theme, I don't think, but I'll take what I can get. Because the music direction overall in this game is bloody good. I'm not even going to say anything other than that, really. It's just so appropriate for what's going on, I guess the best way to describe it is. But also on top of that, it's the kind of music that I would listen to outside of the game too, which is quite a rarity for racing games, outside of racing games that have a licensed soundtrack. Because quite often with racing games you just get mood music, I guess, that fits the theme. But no, this is really good stuff. I'd say my favourite song in the entire game is the Mario Kart Stadium one, the first course. It's actually such a jam. I should have known I had no chance of hitting with the green shell on a track that's as up and down as this one is, but what are you gonna do? I tried again regardless. I love all the little attention to detail in the different things that are around, because they got other Mario Kart carts. They're actually bigger than the ones we're driving in, so I'm not sure how that works. And there's a young Yoshi amiibo, which is cool. Yeah, 5th so far. Let's see if I can pick that back up. This is a pretty interesting course. There are some bits which can be a bit tricky on 200cc, but for the most part, I like the subway course. Can't get a sandwich here though, but other than that, it's fine. That's it, drive face first into the train. Good going, me, good going. Let's see, can I actually do anything useful with this rickshaw? Let's throw into the wind and see. I got Bowser. I don't know whether that was skills just then or whether that was luck. I'm leaning more towards the latter. And that's based on my history with Mario Kart that I'm now making up for. Thought it was going to go off then for a sec. I've never hit any fucker with this boomerang. It's just so awkward to line yourself up. I guess it's similar sort of deal to the green shell, where you kind of have to be close. Yeah, I'm misjudging a lot of these turns a little bit early. Need one more coin just to fill my bar. Come on, come on. Yes! I got it first. I'm still below the ranking. Let's see if Big Blue can help me save myself. There we go, we've got the F-Zero sound effects again. Now this performance of the Big Blue theme, it's another one that, yeah, it's good, but I also still prefer the Brawl version. Because this version, it feels a little bit weak in the instrumentation, and that is solely a relativity thing, just because of how heavy the Brawl remix was. Whereas this one, it feels a little bit more playing it safe. Still pretty good though. But they do a good job with these other franchise music tracks of making them feel Mario Kart. They fit the general music tone that all the other songs on the soundtrack have. And that's always a good thing. But I've got to be safe because I'm not going to make the ranking if I don't do really bloody well here. So I think it's safe to say I'm not going to make the ranking. Eat lightning, you motherfuckers. Misjudged me jump again. Yeah, I've lost. Oh well. I guess I should just like roll with acceptance at this point in time. Because otherwise I'll just keep getting more and more annoyed. But oh well. It's a video game, I did poorly at it. That'll do me. So yeah, that was the conclusion of the 200cc playthrough. To kind of wrap up, I should probably give my final thoughts on 200cc as a concept, and overall I do really like that it was included. It's a neat extra little feature that really expands the game a bit, because playing 150 over and over, it's still fun, but this makes it feel a little bit different. The fact that you now have to adapt to using the brake sometimes, and you've got to be cautious that you're not going to go speeding off into the abyss. It brings another level to the gameplay that wasn't there before, and especially the fact that it was a free download. You didn't have to pay for 200cc. That's something else I appreciate, that it's further expanding the game after release. I do think it suffers a little bit from some of the courses just flat out not being designed with it in mind, because there are some areas where it feels really cheap, the fact that you come crashing against a wall because there wasn't enough time to turn around at the speed you were going. But they're mainly minor little complaints, and I can work with them given how much fun the general sense of speed is. So overall, I really like 200cc, and I would like to see it come back in the next Mario Kart game. It'd be something I'll definitely be open for, whether that's on disc or whether that's something that they bring in again later on. Although I'd hope it'd be on disc, just so that it'd be something on their mind when they're developing the courses. So maybe it'll fit in a little bit better in that game than it does here. But overall, I'm cool with it. I'm glad it's there. So thanks for watching, anyone who's stuck around for all 12 parts of me crashing into walls and driving off the edge of things like a complete moron. It's been fun as a little change of pace for my content as well, I think. Because normally I'll throw something together as a post-com thing, and this is just something different, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I can't give a promise for when the next Crystal parts will go live. Hopefully soon, but it's sometimes a little bit awkward to schedule for all four of us to be available at the same time, I've noticed lately, so we just do what we can in that respect. In terms of solo projects, I've started working on one. I'm not in a position to give away what it is yet, and the reason for that is there's a few later parts in that might be a bit of a bitch to talk over, and I don't really want to make a promise that I might not be able to keep, so that's just a thing that will show up as and when it's available, when it's done, basically. But for now, I've been the Flameclaw, this has been Mario Kart 8 200cc, I'll see you next time.